A blow to loggers and sawmills in the country after the Environment and Lands Court banned tree cutting in the country. It is not all doom and gloom, as Justice Oscar Angote has allowed cutting of mature trees only in the 5,000 hectares of land that had been identified by a multi-agency task force. As KTN's Daniel Kariuki reports, the courts has at the same time barred the government from granting licenses or permits to log and felling of trees of any nature in any forest in the country.
A back and forth on logging has been major political fodder in recent times. A statement by President William Ruto while lifting a near 6-year ban on logging left tongues wagging.
Sasa miti inaoza huko kwa msitu, watu wanahangaika pande hii, hawana mbao. Unaona ile ujinga iko hii Kenya? So hiyo maneno yote sasa tumeondoa na tumesema tutafanya na mpango. So tumelift ile moratorium ambayo ilikuwa imewekwa.
It opened a can of worms as cases were lodged in the court. On Thursday, Justice Oscar Angote declared logging in forests across the country illegal and unconstitutional. The judgment issued concurred with the Law Society of Kenya's arguments that President Ruto's order that lifted the countrywide ban on logging was done illegally without following the due process and the law. In his verdict, the judge observed that despite the Kenya Forest Service KFS stating that it had a strategic plan for tree cutting and planting, it never procured the same in court. The courts have at the same time banned issuance of licenses to cut trees in either public or private forests, but partially issued orders allowing the harvesting of 5,000 hectares of mature and over-mature trees in forests marked by the multi-agency team under the supervision of KFS. Nevertheless, Judge Agote was of the view that there was no evidence that President William Ruto lifted the logging moratorium, saying the roadside announcement captured by the media was not proof that paved the way for logging. While lifting the ban in July this year, Ruto had argued that it had hurt Kenya economically, especially in areas where people depended on logging as their main activity. But this did not go down well with section of the opposition.
Tumeondoa ushuru na tumesema, unajua ndio ujue iko tabu hii Kenya. Wale walizuia miti isikatwe hapa ile iko tayari, ndio walienda sasa wakapanga ati furniture, kitanda, sijui meza, sijui kiti, ati inatolewa China. Unaona ile ujinga iko hii dunia.
Unasema unataka kuhifadhi mazingira na mawe inaenda. Mazingira gani unataka kuhifadhi? Hakuna.
Meanwhile, Environment CS Tuya has sacked 23 Kenya Forest Service senior officers alleged to have been involved in corrupt deals within the service. This follows an order by President William Ruto directing KFS board to dismiss the officers.
We are here again to send a strong warning to all the Kenya Forest Service officers, including the board of directors, the management, that there will be no sacred cows.
Daniel Kariuki, KTN News.